Okay, looks like it's going. Gonna share this out on Twitter real quick. It is the usual morning. Let's see who's first in chat. That is such a beautiful morning. Hey, there's Simon. How's it going, man? What an absolutely glorious day in the market so far. Let me swap this over to live chat. I had it on top chat, so last time I had it missing a couple comments because of that. What is up? Such a wonderful day. Look here to the left. Top 3, all green. That is so great to see. Phone's running out of battery. Oh. I always try to keep a charger. Whenever I'm out and about anywhere, I like to have a charger with me. Just in case, because granted, I'm a habitual charger. My phone seems like my phone's always on the charger. If it gets down around 70%, I got it plugged in. But yeah, that's it's looking like a really good day in the market. If we keep this momentum going upward. I don't know where the gang is. I just dropped it on Twitter. Right as you came in, I was sending the tweet out with the link and the tags and everything like that. Just to let all the peeps know that we're here and kicking the day off. Clayro's out getting his getting lunch, so. Need a new phone. This one dies quick. One thing I found. So I had, God, I think it was S7 active, or see your comment. Which comment, wrestler? Or see my commie? Ha 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 ha. There. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. I had I think it was an S7 that I had, and I would always have it on the charger, like even at 100%. Yeah, looking at it, Simon was first comment. But I had an S7, and I used to keep it on the charger like all the time. And one day I was looking, and my phone looked weird, and couldn't find out that the battery from overcharging had actually started to build up gas inside of it. So I had to basically not use my phone till I could get a replacement to transfer everything over from one phone to the other. And yeah, it was so now when my phone runs up to 100%, I take it off the charger and let it run back down a bit. But yeah, overcharging a phone can hurt the battery for it. I sent 2 eggplants, and when I refreshed, it went away. Then Mr. Simon pops in. Oh, I didn't. No, those never showed up on my end unless you were in. So the way it works is I'm running YouTube, and like Clay, I'm running Streamlabs. Oh, this camera's way the hell off. Let me adjust this. There we go. So yeah. So what I do is I fire up the live on YouTube, and then I can go and edit the comments and everything, and it doesn't actually start the stream itself until I hit the start stream on Streamlabs, and that's when it links up the actual page for the streaming. So it's kind of a weird system. Still getting used to it. Leave my phone on charger all night long. Yeah, I try to sorry about that. I try to get my phone up to 100% before I go to sleep, and that way I can take it off the charger and it's not sitting all night overcharging. I'm definitely, I've got the S9 Ultra, and I just, with how much the phone cost, I don't wanna nuke this phone. I want it to last forever. AC intraday high ski. Oh, AMC. Yeah, it looks like. Oh, we're still on Prague. I'm so happy seeing Prague start running back up. AMC, yeah, we're running for that 29. I would definitely like to see AMC reclaim that 31-32 by the end of the day. I would make me feel a lot better. When we look at it, if you look at the two channels, I've been saying I want to see how this upper channel holds, and right now, we're well above that channel. We've almost gapped up the width of this channel up above it. Once we hit 30, we'll be at that mark. So yeah, that's definitely good to see it running up. It would be nice if we recaptured the ascending channel. That would be the best of all. Let me actually because I got this set up. Let's drag this back out. That looks right about where we had it before. And I'd like to see us recapture that. Prague has a lot of selling, but not going down. Unfortunately, I don't have access to. I used to have the level 2 on here, but didn't feel like paying the subscription cost to keep the level 2. It's cool to be able to look and see how the orders are going as far as buying versus selling. But I get enough info off the candle chart. I don't want to I guess you could say oversaturate the amount of info I get. But yeah, where does the day start? Is this all? We are on Prague, right? Prague on the 1 minute. Oh, was I not looking far enough on Prague? Okay, I was. Yeah, that was throwing me off with yesterday. That's a better representation of Prague. Neo is That's the Chinese car company, right? Except I played some Neo calls back in the day, or I played spreads on Neo. Yeah, they've had a nice run up today, so it kind of makes me wonder. Let's check BlackBerry. Let's check Bed Bath and Beyond. Check some of the other ones that people that are listed as meme stocks. Of course, BlackBerry. BlackBerry's following the same pattern. BBBY, I think. Bed Bath and Beyond. They had a huge spike real early. We're talking. Was this? So yeah, mega run up at market open, and then it pulled back a bit, and then trading sideways afterwards. AMC just tagged 30. I'm still showing. We're a couple cents shy, but looks like a couple people popped in, maybe just to tag that like button. Definitely appreciate all the support. We only got one like. People don't like the channel. Yeah, but if AMC can definitely keep this bullish momentum up, keep this run going, get us back into the low to mid 30s to close out the day, could definitely be starting off the new year a lot better. Shib, yeah, even all the cryptos on here are green. This is definitely a happy day in the market. Everything seems to be recovering nicely. So it looks like BlockFi is actually going to be closed. Well, it must be like the call centers. BlockFi is saying that they're going to be closed tomorrow for New Year's. Kind of bouncing from screen to screen right now. Got a whole bunch of everything going on. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, definitely good. Let's go ahead. We're on AMC. Let's pop over. Let's check how the calls are looking for, you know, check the contracts that are ending tomorrow. That is nice. So with us capturing 29, 11,000 contracts going in the money, if we can capture and hold 30 through tomorrow, we're looking at almost another 18,000. So we're starting to get in some dangerous ranges to where potentially we could see additional shorting just to try and get us away from these marks. You know, you look 11,000, almost 18,000, 9,000, almost another 9,000. This range right here, this $3 range, is very dangerous for the hedge funds because that's a whole lot of contract go in the money. You know, when it looks like we were going to be sitting around the 26, 27 range for the longest time, to see potentially what's this 30,000, 40,000 contracts going in the money. So that definitely the hedge funds definitely have to be worried right now. Anyone sitting on a short position, if they did not hedge for all of those calls going in the money, and we continue to run up and we recapture the low to mid 30s. I got look at the 34, 35s. Almost 20,000 each. So yeah, it's definitely a dangerous week for the hedge funds. If we get a whole lot of momentum going and a whole bunch of buying pressure steps in, this could be, we could start next week with a fairly good chance towards a gamma. Just with all these contracts, if we run up and capture 35 tomorrow and close out the week, we could see a very strong chance of a little bit of a gamma squeeze coming Monday. It'd be absolutely wonderful to start off the week with, or start off the new year, first week of the new year, and we have the MOAS kicking off. But yeah, this is definitely, this is a dangerous time for the hedge funds. And, all of this started, the week of Thanksgiving. When they started that push down, we had 3 weeks straight of them just hammering us down. We know that they took out additional short positions. There was we had one day where there was a serious hit, and the Ortex data showed that in one day they shorted us an additional 5 million shares. So, especially with the cost to borrow, we're sitting, I think we're about a 1.2 cost to borrow. If Riptide was in here, Riptide usually has the Ortex numbers. But, looking at that cost to borrow, taking out an additional 5 million shares, and when they took those shares out, that was still when we were about the 34 to 32 range. So they ended up spending a ton of money to drive the stock price down. And here we are, a month later, and we're looking to recapture those zones. We're pushing back up. And I do think this week we are going to end up closing out over 30 unless they come out, if they come out and decide that, it's a no holds bar, they're going to short us as much as they can. They don't care how much money. They're already losing money for the year. If they're not going to close their position out, if they're looking for a January close to, find out how far behind they are for the new year, because those were the two different scenarios we were looking at. They were either going to close this week to use it as a tax write-off against their capital gains, or a closeout somewhere in early January. That way they know how far behind they are. That way they can take steps to try to mitigate their losses throughout the year. And also, if they know how far behind they are, they can take a lot more risk on it. Retail owns 74%, institutions 25%, insiders 1%. How can they short 40%? Now, this is a little bit of what we were getting into yesterday. We always hear about synthetic shares, and depending upon whose channel you're on, you'll hear different views on the mechanisms behind how you can have synthetic shares. And when you look at the market plumbing, the best way I can figure out synthetic shares is Group A has shares that are available to borrow. Group B goes out and borrows the shares, so they borrow from the lender. So Group B currently has the shares. Group B lends those shares out without informing Group A that they have lent those shares. So as far as Group A is concerned, that is still an open position with B. So it is possible within the plumbing, from the way I understand it, is that if A believes B still has those shares and B lends them out to C, that basically they create doubles of the same lent shares. And that's where I kind of think, that's where I think we get the thesis of having synthetic shares, is that the borrower re-lends out the shares without telling the lender that they've re-lent those shares. So they still think that the shares are with Group B. And yes, that was a smile for you. That's definitely a smile for you. I can't go back to work until we cross 30. Well, right now, we're catching the midday. Hey, Ugandan Toad, welcome to the chat. JB's in the chat. So, yeah, JB, we could be seeing a little bit of a breather. With the run we had this morning, there could be, quite a bit of consolidation going on. You can see that if you go off the RSI, we have ran up and tagged the overbought a couple times. The great thing is, aside from 11 a.m. when we got back down to the 30 on the RSI, we did tag the oversold just for a moment. But when you look at the RSI, and if it's holding above 50, that is that's a sign that the stock is doing really good. And of course, you run up and you hit the overbought territory. You got to wait for the stock has to breathe. The stock has to take a little bit of a rest before it starts another run. So yeah, you wanted to go ahead and you can't go back to work unless we cross 30. Well, yeah, you might have a little bit of a break here. As you can see, the intraday high, we hit 29.96. We're right around 29.95 right now. So we're holding. It might trade sideways for just a little bit. No, wrestler. I'm telling you right now, wrestler, no. Yeah, it looks like we're getting the gang in here. But yeah, so with those options, we are seeing a little bit of an upward push. So we're going to bounce over. We're going to check the bull puts for next week, just to kind of see what kind of ranges we're looking at. Because as the share price goes up higher, the premiums you get within those lower zones lessen. Hey, Danelle, welcome to the chat. So give it a second here to load in. I don't know, Weeble, it's almost like they think I'm asking too much of them. It's like, oh, he looked at the calls. Oh, now he wants to look at something else? Well, we'll take our time loading. So yeah, I was kind of looking, the 25-26s, I believe those were about 34 towards the end of the day. They might have actually closed out at the $34 per contract mark. So looking at, they have lost a little bit of value. The 26-27, those are the quarter ups that I like to see. If you invest 100 and they expire worthless, you get basically pick up an extra 100. Invest 4, get 5. So yeah, it looks like, as far as that nice little comfort zone at the quarter up, it did move up $1, which just going off. If you go off your delta on the contracts, every dollar it moves up, the value of the contract changes by $5. So that it is kind of fitting in with that the upward trend. How many of the January calls are out of the money? You're talking JB, the January monthlies? Because I can pop over and check those real quick. So we want the monthlies in January. And you want to know how many calls are out of the money in January? So if we recapture 30, that'll put another 11,000 in. See, we've got this huge stack at the $40 mark. Now, a lot of I've stated this earlier in the week. A lot of the calls you see at the $40 mark for January, these were calls that could have been purchased, within the past couple months. The further out you look, if you let me close all the windows on these. If you look, we've got all the weeks in January. We've got half of February, or we got the first 2 weeks in February. We got the monthlies in February, but then you go March, April, May, June. You start to see just the monthlies getting built out. So a lot of people will look towards the monthlies for the following year. So during summertime, people might have looked and saw a good value in the first monthlies of the new year coming up. Much like it here. The last set of options you see for 2022 are the Julys, and then it jumps straight to the January monthlies. So it could be that people bought a lot of those contracts that you're seeing at that $40 mark, because if you look at all the other options, why wouldn't there be more interest or more open contracts at the 35 with all the price action we've been seeing? Well, that's because when a lot of these were bought, we were probably hovering, between the 38 to 45 range. So people were getting a lot of the $40 calls because it was just, they might have been at a good value when people stepped in on them, and they were far enough out that people are waiting to actually be right. Red bar. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of a pullback on AMC. I'll pop over those in just a second, but so we're on the monthlies for January, and we're going to check the bull puts real fast. If you don't have a problem with having a little bit of collateral locked up going into January. So here again, we got the $26 mark. This is our quarter up value, and looking the 24.25s. Those are the safe zone. Those are the safer zone, and this is the same type of spread we were looking at before we had that 3-week push down. We were up around the $40 range, and I was playing the 34.35s. If you look now, we're up at the $30 range and the 24.25s. So you get right about the same buffer, and you're getting that same value of quartering up. Let's see, Toad. If we're now approximately 2 trillion, what do you think the total crypto cap at the end of 2030? 2030, you're talking you're talking 8 years out right now. A lot of the numbers, when you look at, this is one thing that people always talk about, how the caps are going. What's going to happen with the cap of this, the cap of that. And the one thing you have to consider when you're looking at the cap, look at the mid-year inflation report as compared to the end-of-year inflation report. We know we're in the highest inflation period since 1982. Inflation is just, inflation is so ramped up right now. You could, it is possible that in the next 8 years, the crypto market cap could double up, but or we could see a 50% market cap increase across the crypto market. But if you look at the cumulative inflation, well, what happens if the cumulative inflation is 60%? So it is possible for a huge run of market caps, huge, just a perceived increase in wealth. But when you have to look at the interest rates and the inflation rates and measure that against market growth, it may look higher. But if you're not keeping up with inflation, then that's actually a devaluation of the market. Crypto Rocketeer. Hey, Crypto, thanks for popping in, man. How dare you mention me dabbing as always off to Clay's to watch a replay. Oh, you don't have to leave, Crypto. We love the dabbing coming in. Slow mode on Frank, but we don't have to go slow on here. Back up, Mayday. Oh, are we seeing a little bit of a pullback? Yeah, it looks like we are getting a pullback. Oh, we're already on AMC. Let me go ahead and drop these down, open up the chart. So we were up in RSI. We were up, in the upper range. We kept tagging the overbought range. We are seeing a bit of a pullback. Now, one thing to watch with the pullback, subs only. Simon, don't forget to tell everyone to smash that like button. So yeah, watch as we get down. Watch as we're approaching the over sold zone. Down around the 30 on the RSI. If we tag the 30 on the RSI and bounce, but we're still holding these upper levels, then that will be an ascending trend. If we look, here's our low. Next low is a little bit higher. Dip down a little bit higher. Dip down a little bit higher. Dip down a little bit higher. So we are getting the higher lows. And the higher lows are what we want to see. Every stock has to, it's got to breathe. And the same thing, we're going to see the same thing during the MOAS. The share price will run up, and we'll see the circuit breaker halts kick in, and we will see pullbacks. And the pullbacks are actually going to shake off. A lot of the pullbacks will be paper hands shaking off, or people just taking their profits, viewing, okay, I've got enough time to step out. So we will see pullbacks during the MOAS. That's just a way of the stock catching its breath before it goes on another runner. Crypto Rocketeer saying silence. I'll move. I had my phone leaning up against my keyboard, and that's why you heard the buzz. Otherwise, from my drum set, I've got mutes for my cymbals. So I actually got those as wrist rest for my keyboard, and I pulled it down that way. That way it won't buzz against there. Let's see, 7 people in here, only 4 likes. Yeah, JB flexing up on the channel. Frank, I shared the live stream on Stock Twits yesterday, and a random guy said he was going to block me. Said, don't even know. Oh, wow. Live stream on Stock Twits yesterday, a random guy said he was going to block me, and I said, what the fuck, don't even know you. Just block me and don't let me know. We're running like 75% mods. Speaking of, let me scroll up here. There we go. But yeah, so, and of course, so I bounced out of the screen. Y'all got to see it when I didn't. When I'm doing other things, I can't see what all's going on. But there is the $30 mark, which means somebody has to go back to work now. We recaptured 30. And of course, we had the pullback. We did not get quite down to the 30 on the RSI, and we bounced off there. MACD crossover hit. If we zoom in. So yeah, we did have a little bit of pullback, and it was a healthy pullback because the market's responding, and we are ramping up just a little bit higher than we were earlier. So that was one of those good healthy pullbacks that the stock needs. It can't sit there and just run and run and run. Got to see a little bit of downward pressure here and there. Oh, that was surprising. What was surprising, JB? So yeah, we're running a new. I believe this is a new intraday high. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, new high for the day. Wrestler dropping his eggplants. But yeah, let's jump over to PROG. PROG is still trading kind of sideways right now. I would feel a lot better about PROG if they would run up. Why does PROG always look like this? Oh my goodness. Let's go back to the 5-minute. I don't know what it is about PROG, but I just cannot get the graph on PROG looking the way I want it to look. There we go. That's a lot better. I like having PROG on the 30-minute here. So PROG is running to capture this the lower channel of the split channel how I had it set up. They are moving back up to recapture. Hopefully they get back into the the 225, 230 range. And yep, definitely booms on PROG. Holy, that is a massive candle. What are we looking at? Volume already. That is over 750,000 popping in right there. Yeah, that was. I have no idea what exactly just happened right there, but that is a massive candle. If we go back, it's kind of muddy at market open. We did have these two pops right here. One almost 500,000, another a third of a million. Yeah, almost 800,000 shares in that 1 minute. I can't get excited about PROG when I was down 56%. 11% today is the right direction. Yeah, it's yeah, a lot of it comes down to, with how a lot of these stocks have gotten pushed down, you pretty much either have to sit back and accept it and wait for the prices to recover, or it's a matter of averaging down. What do the three numbers on the RSI represent? Are you referring to the 30, the 70, and then the blue moving number? Because the 30 is a 30 RSI is when traditionally where a stock is viewed as overbought or oversold when there's too much selling pressure, and when it hits 70, that's when a stock is overbought. So anytime you hit one of those zones, whether it be overbought or oversold, you should at that point be on the lookout for a trend reversal to where it'll start running the other direction. So yeah, that's what those numbers are, and the blue number is just what the current RSI is. Everyone good candidates for mods. Yeah, it is a fairly regular crew that comes in here. So we are on the 1 minute on PROG. So yeah, we did get that huge pop. It looks like it wants to go back down and start barcoding just a bit. Oh, you mean these numbers right here? I think that should be. Is that the? It's not the time. Yeah, I never really pay attention to these numbers. I mean, those were the presets. Those might be what periods it's using or what periods it uses to calculate, algorithmically. 6:14:24. Let's see what this. Yeah, those are the length inputs. 6:14 and 24. I've got them up here. So the blue is RSI off the 14. Yeah, it even says RSI 14 next to the blue. Those are the three different lengths that are built in to go as far. I can actually go through and change what RSI length it's using. So yeah, it's just set in. It's set to 14, which is the mid ground. So after that run up, are seeing a little bit of a pullback. With how huge that candle was, we did run up into the overbought zone and seeing a little bit of a pullback. And JB, shoot, just went back under 30. So now just on AMC, look to see, we have this higher low. Are we going to continue seeing higher lows as the stock price moves up? And that, those are just healthy little breaks that the stock takes. Wrestler is 278 average on PROG. Yeah, my average on PROG is still 264. I have not Have not gone back in and picked up any more shares of PROG. Would like to average down while we're low. I would have really liked to have averaged down when when we were around 108 $1.80 yesterday. That would have been like a prime spot to average down. And I don't know when I'll be live with Clay. I kind of hinted and kicked around the idea of if he had like a Bluetooth headset, possibly doing like a live New Year's, going into New Year's, at midnight stream. Ethereum technical analysis. Yeah, I can pop over on ETH. So looking on the 30, well today Ethereum's looking good. It looks like it did get pushed down pretty far, but when it opened, it looks like it's on a decent little run right now. Expect Clay to be sleeping midnight. Yeah, I talk about being up for the ball dropping to ring in the new year, but I go to bed early. I don't stay up too late anymore. Frank, where can we check options chain and how many contracts expire in the money? I can't remember who it was. I think it was AMC Trapper. He knows the perfect site. I usually check all the options closing out in the money. I just kind of eyeball them. There are people that they get super serious about the numbers, wanting to know exact counts and everything, and I just kind of I go off, I look and see, everyone wants to know where max pain is. Well, for me, max pain is $1,748.81. That is max pain for the hedge funds, because if we rip to that's my target price that I'm kind of looking at. Hey, Outdoor Smile, thanks for dropping by to hit that like button, or smash the like button, gently caress the like button, A New Year's Zoom call party would be cool. Yeah, Janelle, it would be cool, but what I was joking with Clay about was that, because I've got a Bluetooth headset for work, and I can actually stream, I can be listening to Clay in my ear while doing my stream, and if he was doing the same thing, it'd be like, we could be streaming together at the same time. Yeah, JB, my target price, I see AMC running to $1,784. Wait a minute, I got it written down. Where is... We got our AMC notebook around here somewhere. I'd have to dig it out. But yeah, I've got... what year is that? Where is my notebook? Or no, $1,748.81. That's my target price. That's how far I see AMC running. $20.25 outdoor. $30.25. Are those years, Outdoor Smile? I feel like there's a joke going on, and I'm not. What the share price? So if I actually did. So the joke behind that is I actually went and looked up. That is the year that is actually, because people are always talking about, oh, where do you see AMC running to? And if you do web searches, I believe it is credited to a man named Jonathan Running, and he coined the term running as far as a recreational activity in the year 1748. And of course, 81 is the year of my birth, so $1,748.81. That's where I came up with my price target. How far do I see AMC running? Well, if you look at what John Running said, it'd be in 1748. I'm funny with dates like that. AMC will not hit 1,000. It will skip straight to 500. Oh yeah, I would love for AMC to run up to $500,000 a share, because then I'd have my own country named after me, and everyone can just kind of leave me and the ones I love alone. And I'd probably still. I love the community so much. The Bro Fam. I love the Bro Fam so much. I think I would still have to have some kind of connection with a few people. But as far as going out and seeing people and stuff, nah. It's So yeah, AMC looking like it's calming down, just trading sideways a bit. Definitely after this good run up, if we can carry this momentum into tomorrow, that'll certainly be a good way to close out 2021 with a good strong run on the last day. Who buys PROG? PROG, nice little upward turn here ever since 130. Did JB get muted? I don't believe so. Last I saw from you, JB, was 100,000 floor shill. Oh yeah, calling me a shill for. I've talked on the channel about it before. You get the people talking, the 100,000 a share, the 500,000 a share, and part of playing the market, and part of even from the very first video talking about key levels in the options chain, you got to look at those psychological levels, and you're going to have people, if we make it to 10,000, and people can say, "Oh, I'm going to diamond hand to $1 million a share." You can have people say that, but the practical view of it is, if we ran up and touched $1,000 or $10,000 a share, I have no doubt that 99% of the people who said, "Oh, I'll hold the 500,000 a share," I have no doubt that a lot of them will step out at that point. If we hit 10,000 a share, it'll be last one out hit the lights, all the rats leaving the ship. I don't see us making it to 10,000 for that reason. I think, if I were to say an upper end of where I think the community psychologically can hold out till, probably 5,000 would be the mark. I don't see people psychologically being able to hold beyond 5,000, and that's why I've set more realistic numbers. JB, looks like you're off work for the rest of the day. I'm happy. Yeah, JB, that's the thing for me. That $500 a share. On Claybro Stream, we always talk about life-changing money. If we hit $500 a share, I wipe the slate clean. Hey, we got a Russian bot in the house. Voong. Sounds like it should be a Rammstein song. Voong mish. But yeah, the $500 a share, that right there for me is life-changing money. That is everything paid off. That is wiping the slate clean. That is also paying my capital gains tax. I've already looked at the prices and know, because when this happens, you're going to have to pay capital gains tax on what you make. Hey Simon, thanks for taking care of the bot. But yeah, so a lot of people are saying when Lambo, when all the Are we losing the stream? My internet looks okay. My Streamlabs looks okay. I'm not seeing a spinning wheel of death anywhere. YouTubers should make videos on how Shib will be 5 pounds tomorrow. Need to be banned. Yeah, that's and a lot of them are doing it. They put these sensationalist headlines out there or sensationalist names of their videos just to draw viewers in. They're clickbaiting people. I could put on mine information on why the first week of January AMC is going to hit $10,000 a share. Yeah, it would be clickbait because all it'd be like is, oh well, yeah, if it comes down to the shorts cover and nobody sells. That's the end of the video right there. The $100,000 a share. Okay, the shorts cover and nobody sells. Janelle says her goal is 5,000 a share. Oh, Simon's saying I'm good here. Okay, yeah, because I've got my right down there, I've got my internet icon, and right there, I've got my Streamlabs icon. So I didn't see any kind of a drop off here. And I know it's not my PC because I'm probably only running about 5% CPU right now. So I'm going to go back up through the chat, see if I missed anything. People joking about the chat moving too fast, hard to catch every message. Yeah, bummer. Outdoor Smile probably rest of the week. YouTubers who make videos. Shib, yep. You Got and Toad sent the robot emotes. Maybe Simon bots took care of the bots. Ban the Crew of Tomorrows. I'm not familiar with who the Crew of Tomorrows is. Yeah, if we hit $5,000 share, see that's the thing. I know my plan as far as how I want to step out of AMC when the MOAS happens. I know how I want to staircase out. I know what levels I'm looking at for individual percentage dropouts. And so yeah, if we do get up around $5,000 a share, I hope it does it so fast that I can't that pretty much I have to adjust my plan on the fly. Because if I adjust my plan on the fly, that's a good thing because it means that the share price is moving so fast that the places I want to step out just get blown right through, and that just means loading up on the tendies. What do you call someone who takes care of chickens? And Toad says a chicken farmer. Outdoor Smile says a plucker. That's someone who removes the feathers from a chicken. A chicken tender? Yeah. I was wondering if you were going somewhere around there with that joke. Yeah, but PROG having 10% gains on the day. Looks like it's running up even further right now. Oh, we are currently on PROG right now. PROG is trying to get back above. What is this? The 228 mark is what we're seeing there. I want to see if there's a better zone. This is not a zone as far as technical analysis. This is more of a zone as far as looking at channels for buying and selling, for averaging the position out, and just for doing swing trades and day trades. So these are not hard technical analysis lines on PROG. They're just kind of areas to where I could build in some auto zones as far as averaging out the position. So we're going to take this line and let's actually just drag it down to 25. Down to 25 even. Where did it move to? It is so hard to get it right where you want it to be. Zoom in further. More precise. There it is. Ah, nope, did I let it go at the wrong time? Yes, I did. I'm going all kinds of OCD right now. Don't mind me, I'm down with OCD. Not really, but I just kind of like everything to be in. Oh, it moved again. Just struggling so bad. Let's open this up. I'm going to get this, everyone. There we go. There we go. Got it dropped right where I wanted it. Oh. And I wonder, should I just... Let's move you up to 60. What? Almost. Oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. I'm so grateful for all of y'all just hanging out, watching me deal with my madness. There we go. Got it dropped perfectly. Steady. Steady. And where was this one at? That was at 85. Let's actually push this up to 90. Oh, no. Nope. Up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down. I will get this. I will get the lines and they will be glorious where they're at. My charting with glorious purpose. There we go. Okay. Oh, I think I wanted 90, not 80. I'm having so much fun with this. Okay, we're going to go a penny higher here. 1 penny, that's it. Oh, I thought I had it there on the first try. Oh, come on. If you're not having fun with this, if I drag it sideways, I might be able to get those 0.1 increments. So what's everyone else up to today? What are you up to? I'm up to just driving myself a little bit crazy here. No, it said 90 on my screen. Just does not want to play nice. I'll take Shib at a penny. I'll take Shib at a penny. Oh my God, yeah, that's people are talking about Shib to $1 and looking that far out, and forget Shib to $1. Get Shib up to a penny. Waiting for AMC to go above 30. AMC went over 30, JB. There we go. Okay. We got our 290. Let's got our 290, we got our 260, so that's a 30-cent window there. And I think the lower end we were at 225. Okay, so yeah, the lower channel is a little bit wider of a channel. Nothing wrong with that. And average is still at 264. So now that we have successfully navigated my madness, reading and waiting for football to start. Manchester versus Burnley. Oh. Yeah, me personally, when it comes to soccer, I'm actually a Newcastle fan. Granted, the last couple times I watched, Newcastle did not do that good against Manchester United, but I'm still a Newcastle fan. Either way, doesn't matter. I just like Claybro jokingly talking about being a Browns fan, and I know that's got to be absolutely painful. Barcelona or Manchester United? Are you asking me Barcelona or Manchester United? That is a tough one. For me, that's a... Do you think everything will drop tomorrow due to end of year? Danelle, with the momentum that AMC has, I think that as long, if there isn't a whole lot of shorting going on, I think AMC might hold its own unless there are a whole bunch of shares that can be located to short AMC down tomorrow. We've just got we got so much momentum going right now, and it's not the type of unsustainable rip. It is we're seeing a nice steady climb. No super huge boomers. Granted, if you look at this 1 minute period right there, that was 500,000 shares that got traded, but that is the higher end of what we've seen as far as on the 1 minute for seeing individual candles. Toad, big ups to Frank for supporting Newcastle. Having a as I've stated this week, for the most part, as far as actively watching sports or actively following, all I follow is Formula One and NASCAR. I should say motorsports in general, because I have watched some of the IMSA. I have watched the IndyCar series, because Romain Grosjean from Formula One, after his crash at Bahrain last year, which I remember watching that race and thinking I just watched another driver, die out on the track. But to see him come out of those flames, I have actually been following Romain Grosjean in the IndyCar series, the race at Laguna Seca. He put on a clinic out there on what a world-class driver on new tires can do. He destroyed the field. I think in the span of one set of tires, he passed like 10 or 12 cars out on the track. I mean, he showed them why why Formula One drivers are world-class drivers. Sorry, not a sports fan. Oh, nothing wrong with that at all. All right, JB, thanks for stopping by, man. Glad you could make it. Enjoyed having you in here. If you know any people who might be interested in the channel, go out, share it, Facebook, Twitter, share it on social media. Let people know. That's how we grow the channel. Elizabeth is a big soccer fan. Yeah, there are quite a few soccer fans out there. I know when I was in the military, some barracks rooms only got like one channel on them, so I would always make sure that I got AFN Sports, that I always had a sports channel. And I started watching soccer, watching rugby. I watched whatever sports were on, because that was just something, especially American sports. Being overseas, it just kind of gave me a place to a little bit of a connection with home. So I started watching some sports that normally I wouldn't have watched. Oh, looks like Matt Kors just started streaming. Oh, I don't know how many people knew, but so Grandpa Barney did pop into chat yesterday. He was in I think it was the midday streams. I streamed twice yesterday. He was in the midday and was asking why there were no super chats. And yeah, give me a second here. Throat's getting a little dry. So on YouTube, in order to have super chats, super stickers, all that type of fun stuff, you have to achieve monetization status. In order to get that, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watched content. So I went through and was looking, did a search online. Hockey is favorite North American sport. Oh, that's cool, Toad. Yeah, hockey is a sport so great that you stand up for two national anthems at times. America's national anthem and Canada's. But so I did a little bit of searching online and come to find out that I ended up setting up tipping on Twitter. So Grandpa Barney thought that was kind of cool that because YouTube won't allow monetization until I get more subs and more watch time. I went through and set it up to where now on my Twitter page, tipping can be done through. I ended up having to download Cash App and get that linked up. So yeah, because it's like the second or third time Grandpa Barney mentioned wanting to come in and tip me for for the information that I provide, for the knowledge and the time spent out with the community. Which I have no problem doing this for free, but if people want to be like, hey, here's money, I have no problem with people throwing money at me. That's why is this still open? Oh my God, has that been open since yesterday? I was going through on Polaris Office and setting up some spreadsheets and was doing kind of a streamed down simplified version. At some point, I'd like to. Man, AMC's pulling back right now. I was looking to do a streamed down basic portfolio type thing. Just people for post MOAS, that people thing that people can look at and see what might be some things they look at when trying to structure their own long-term investment portfolio. And apparently I've had that open since yesterday on my Polaris Office. Oh, Outdoor Smile, that's just all kinds of wrong. Yeah, for the most part, though, I have gotten away from a lot of sports. Like I said, except for motorsports, which is funny. I was one of the days on Claybo stream is right after the Formula One championship, and we had somebody in there. I think they were from. I think they were from the Netherlands, either Netherlands or Holland, somewhere around there. And of course, congratulated them on Verstappen winning the Formula One world title. And of course, they immediately like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man." For those of you in England or the UK who follow Formula One, there's a big deal about the final race of the season for the Formula One championship, and the decisions that Michael Massey, the race director, made during the race. And a lot of people are just, I want to be real careful with my words, a lot of people are not pleased with the direction that the race went. But I look at the 5 weeks before and all the calls that went Lewis Hamilton's way, and I think that the people who are complaining about the last lap call by Michael Massey need to take a strong look at the fact that Hamilton would not have even been in the championship had the calls gone the same way for Hamilton that they had for Verstappen throughout the season. So yeah, Hamilton should have not even been in the championship contention going into the final race, based off all the calls that went his way in the weeks leading up to it, which I can see. They wanted to keep it they wanted to keep a tight race. Oh, wait a minute. Only motorsport I like is World Rally Championship. Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Trapper, welcome to the chat, man. I hate to say it, but I'd probably operate the camera. Okay, oh yeah. But yeah, so and they were all. A lot of people were complaining that Lewis Hamilton got robbed of his 8th championship. Well, if you look at other motorsports and NASCAR in particular, they try to have the cars as close to the same horsepower ratings, they like to have all the cars within the same window. Now, granted, Gibbs Toyotas and Hendrick Chevys, they're the class of field. They've got the stronger engines. But it's not as blatant as, if you take Williams or Haas from Formula One and compare them to the Hondas of Red Bull or, the Silver Arrows of the Petronas Mercedes team. I mean, it's not even a close comparison. So I made the joke online, and it upset a lot of people that the only thing special about Lewis Hamilton is in the Mercedes engine department. But yeah, hopefully Mercedes go back to the drawing board, and we have another good Formula One championship this coming up year. And so Trapper, fist bump. Yeah, so a little bit of pullback. So with that pullback, let's pop over real quick, see if there is any kind of change on next week's. Because so yeah, we have had a little bit of theta burn, not very much, but looking the 26, 27s, those were hovering between the $24, $26 range. So they're still about the same range, not too much of a change there. Just kind of having a peek to see. I just kind of look bouncing back to the options here for the options ending tomorrow, just to see, because now boys, yeah. So one thing you will see, and this is why on Claybro Stream at times I would put the changes in the numbers, the changes from one day to the other, because you'll see new contracts open. And a lot of those could be day traders and swing traders just popping in, taking advantage of price movement on the stock. But towards the end of the week, what you'll also see is people who may have bought the week before, or at the start of the week. You can actually see, and Market Beat is the place I go to check the change in the options chain to see what the change in have more contracts come in, or have contracts been closed. And a lot of times when you see contracts closing, it just means that you're getting towards the end of the week, and those are your profit takers. People looking to close out their position. Just like with my covered calls, I would come in and be like, "Yep, I went ahead and closed those out at 70% or 75%," meaning I took profit on them and exited the position, so it can't go wrong for me. Oh, I see y'all are still running with that over there. Now, one thing we were looking at. So calls on PROG, and we were. Because I think Devil's Advocate and Wrestler were both asking. I know one of them was asking about PROG calls further out. We do have that January 18th date on. Oh, okay. Just checking the chat there. So we have the documents that were posted. Let me make sure I'm giving credit to the correct person here. I think it was Devil's Advocate. Sam. Because Sam definitely loves his PROG. Yeah, Devil's Advocate posted. He posted the PROG information with the January 18th date on a patent that they were looking into, and I was looking, a couple months out, just trying to see if there's a good window. I think there's either April or the February monthlies that I was looking at. So with the calls. There were $3 calls. Let's go out to April. Yeah, everyone be nice. Everyone be nice and be respectful. Oh, waiting for the data to load. Because really, if PROG could get some good upward momentum going on their side, which they did have, just like AMC, they were having a real nice run today. I was kind of peeking at these at the $3 PROG calls for April, April monthlies at $50 a contract. Because if you look at the theta, theta's right now it's a little bit over a third of a dollar a day, and but the delta, if you get a dollar movement, your delta you're looking at if it moves up a dollar, you're looking at 50 almost $53. And if it moves up $2, 53 plus 70, you're looking at about dollar 30 per share. So you're looking at $130 profit for a $2 move. And if it happened quick, looking at that date of January 18th, those could be some really, really good printers. If you look, the last set of contracts sold at 48, the mid range is at 52 right now. So I think if you put in at 50, but looking at the mid and the last fill, you could get a pretty good fill at the $50 mark. Oh, Outdoor Smile on your way out. Hey, no problem. Thanks for popping by, Outdoor Smile. We will see you over on Clay Bros. Oh, and just so everyone knows, I will not be doing an aftermarket. There will not be an aftermarket stream after Claybro stream. I'll end up actually leaving his stream a little bit early, so there won't be a stream this evening. Just so everyone knows, for the peeps that like to, like Simon likes to hang out and listen when he goes to the gym before he gets in the sauna. Sauna is the correct way to pronounce it for those who didn't know. It's not a sauna. Funny Minnesota thing. But yeah, when you look at it, and don't be scared. If we pull back, pull back 10-20 cents on AMC on PROG. If you see like a 5 cent pullback, don't worry too much, because when you look, we started the day down at $1.90, and so we've had a pretty good run up. We're looking, close to a 40 cent run up on the day. So if we maintain about a 30 cent run up, maintain a 30 cent gain on the day, that's definitely a good way to close out the day. And maybe we might see a little bit of pressure stepping in aftermarket hours. Yeah, aftermarket hours, yeah. Did sound right there for a second. Same thing with AMC, go in, you look, looked like we dipped down to 27.70 was the low, and we have gotten up over 30. If we hold 29.50 throughout the day, there could be a little bit of a pullback, could be, a little bit lower pressure throughout the day. So, don't be worried if you see a little bit of a pullback. If we lose all these gains going into tomorrow, after market hours, if we drop back down 27.50 or so, then there, might be a little bit more definitely cause for not alarm, but a little bit of concern that we didn't hold the gains that we got, or gave a whole lot of them back. But yeah, if we hold above 29.50, that would definitely be a good close for the day. I would love to see us get up and maybe test the $30, $50, $31 range. Get a good run up for power hour, have a whole bunch of buying pressure end of the year. People just saying, let's go for it. Those would definitely be some good things I would be looking for. Oh, Mike's playing a game. Just trying to keep up with multiple things at once here. Neo Chinese electric car company. What is NIO doing? Yeah, NIO. That is just, with all the bad press they've been getting, everyone. It seems like a lot of people were throwing all the Chinese companies. After what's going on with Evergrande, everyone was looking down their noses at NIO, looking down their noses at a lot of stuff coming out of China. And like I said, I used to play spread options on NIO when it was in a nice steady channel. I just never saw cause to get back in. Never saw cause to get back in on NIO. But you look further out, and they were fairly flat. Now, granted, we're on the 1 minute. Let's pull out to the 30-minute. So yeah, looks like they were suffering a pull down. They had the same pull down every other stock had, and now they're catching a nice little run up there. I mean, looking at the 30-minute, the entire day is nothing but green candles, nothing but green for the whole day so far. 5 minute, all these, these are probably indicative of little breathers that the stock had to take throughout the day. So yeah, certainly anyone who's in NIO, anyone playing NIO today, I'm happy for you. You're definitely making some money here, and that's kind of what we're all here to do, is to make money. Why is it not wanting to? That is indeed a funky chart right there. Oh, Wrestler, are you in on NIO? Is this one of your positions? Yeah, definitely. I'm always a fan of hearing people crushing it. Mods, bot, sick 'em. I would not have a problem with bots coming in on the channel if they would like and subscribe. I wish every bot that popped in here would subscribe to the channel. I would have no problem with the bots at that point. Mara blasting as well. Whoa. Yeah, that's definitely ignition kicking off right there. How many? A third of a million volume on that candle. Wrestler issuing the challenge. Ronald, prove yourself. Yeah, it looks like Mara ran up and tagged 36. 36 right on the spot. On a huge candle. That is odd. To see an exact even, punch up like that. Yeah, it looks like NIO's going to be playing with the 33 range. Run up, tag, play around in that range. Okay, that was the timeout. Timeout on the bot. Getting all kinds of notifications here. Close that window on the PC. It's dropped the volume just a bit. Yeah, Mara, that is so weird seeing a run up. That is definitely looks like somebody had a limit order in. When you see it run up to that exact mark, especially if you look at the rest of the candles, nothing compares to that candle. We run back to here. We've got that's 100,000 candle. These guys right here, 144,000, 158,000. And then you come over here and you see almost a 340,000 volume candle that runs up and exactly touches 36. That was somebody or a couple somebodies who had an exact price locked in. They had a limit order set in, and a whole bunch of, whatever happened, huge buying pressure drove it straight up to that point. It slammed the 36 and then dropped back down to close at 35.66. So it gave back 34 cents on that candle. Yeah, that candle closed out at 35.63. So yeah, it ran up, punched straight through, and the fact that it stopped right at the even dollar, that was a limit order that just got executed. But yeah, anyone on Mara who's making money today? Neo, day candles on Neo. Drop down to day. Day-o. Me say day-o. Well, yeah, certainly. If you look, on the daily, they traded 105 million shares today already. And looking, the downward wick, they never really got too low. That push down was probably within the first 15 minutes of the market open. Hey, Danelle, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Glad to have you here in the chat. Absolute experience, productivity, telemarketer. But yeah, and you look back on Neo, let's look at volume. Okay, 106 million on that day. Only 85 million volume on that day. As far as volume goes, and the fact that you look at today, the days, we're a little bit over a half hour away from power hour, and they've already traded 105 million shares. And we go back to December 3rd, we saw 106 million shares. When they hit the high of 55.13, they were trading almost 124 million shares. So yeah, the volume, not only the fact that it's had a super high volume day, but the fact that the volume has been gains for almost the entire day. And there's the big comparison. Looking at Neo, you go to the start, on the cursor here. Look at all your volume markers to the right versus all your volume markers to the left, and it's no comparison. So yeah, if you're printing on Neo right now, congratulations. That is definitely a good place to be. AMC hanging out in the 2970s. I saw 75. It's up 79 right now. So it'll be interesting on AMC to see if it remains kind of channel bound going into power hour. Getting that last little bit of the day. Let's kind of want to open this up, have a little bit of a look here. Try to see if there's any other interesting ones going on from my side of the house. I know my CSX, the railroad investment I'm in, those are down right now. Material sector, everybody in the material sectors is doing good except for uranium royalties. Let's look and see what's going on with them, because they're the oddball right now. And check the daily. So yes, just shy of 660,000 volume today. Check on the half hour. Yeah, it looks like they've been in a little bit of a downward trend since what we got here, probably since about the 27th. Yeah, this week just been kind of a downward trend for them. I don't like that they've kind of deviated from the rest of the market, but lately materials have just been really getting beaten up. And it's nice to see everyone else has recovered. Have a look at the SPY. What about fun? Wrestler and his fun. Okay, yeah, we'll have a look at fun here. No problem. Fun catching a little bit of support here. Over the past 2 days, did have the push down. I don't know what is up with this one little candle. That if I was doing like an in-depth technical analysis on fun, that is on the 5 minute. I don't know how much I would actually pay attention to that one little. Yeah, see that's a a start of the market push down. That was a super high volatility, and whoever was running that just used it as a chance to take a cheap shot. When I see a cheap shot like that, a lot of times I don't tend to include those in my technical analysis, just because it's something that has not been repeated. It was somebody with a whole bunch of shares saying, "Hey, let's pop that price down," or a group of people with a whole bunch of shares to smack the price down a bit, because they smacked it down and it immediately recaptured and ran back up. So yeah, looking at fun, going off the 5 minute here, it certainly looks like it's been catching a little bit of support. For the past 2 days now. It did have a really rocky close on the 28th. I mean, just really got beat down. Started trade sideways in a little bit of a channel, had that spike at open to get beat down, and ever since then just been running back up. AMC, yep, they broke out of the 2970 range back up in the 2980s. So yeah, we're on the 5 minute chart right now on AMC, and looked like it dipped down. If you look on the 5 minute, like I was stating, here's your low, and this is going back to yesterday. Had the low. The lows keep getting higher, keep getting higher. Dip down a bit, and now we're starting to move back upward again. Pull back over on the 1 minute. So yeah, took a little bit of a breather, ran down towards the oversold range, and now running back up. Going for the recapture of the $30 mark. So kind of see if this push right here, start retesting the intraday high. A lot of, my God, this started right before the start of Power Hour. So it'll be interesting to see if we can keep this momentum going into Power Hour, into market close. I'm definitely a fan of the candles running like that. Toad saying AMC will probably have a 5% drop tomorrow. It is possible in that first 15 to 30 minutes of the day, Toad. You always see, whether it's upward volatility or downward volatility. Usually in the first 15, 30 minutes of the day, you do see highly volatile levels, and we could see an almost immediate 5% drop. But looking at just the momentum we started to catch recently, I think even if we do get even if we do get popped down, I still think that we're gonna run back up and recapture whatever kind of losses they take from us, at the start of the market. I am still going off the belief of this 28 mark, the 26 and 28 gap right here, of this kind of being like a soft support zone, not particularly one specific support line, saying, oh, it's going to run down 28 and bounce off, run down 28 and bounce off. Now I think anywhere in this zone it can catch support, as we've seen, a couple different levels, different areas. If you put a mark down for each one of these, you just end up with a ton of marks on your screen. So I think just kind of building it out as a support zone is a little bit safer of a way to chart it. I would love to see, AMC run up and recapture this upward support channel. That is what I'd really like to see AMC do. But if we wanted to go a little bit more conservative, let's go and there, lines. Let's grab a trend line. I want to start the same mark. Toad, more than likely everything will except EV. Wrestler, what are you looking at as far as everything except why will other developments, why you think EV will fare a little bit better? Let's do a purple line for that one. Let's put a happy little purple line out there. And let's jump. Now we can jump back into the 5 minute now that we got that line established. So a push down on there would put us back down to 2750. EV and Bitcoin expected to go boom boom in 22. Yeah, but we're not in 22 yet. Well, why can't they start boom booming in 21? There's still plenty of time in 21 for everything to start ripping to the moon. And then of course goes back to I still think that the MOAS is an event that will take place over 3 to 4 days. So yeah, we can start everything ripping, starting all the boom booms can start, today going into power hour or into the market tomorrow. Toad, I definitely agree with you on crypto coming back up. What I would like to see is have crypto come back up, but have it come back up after the Bitcoin that I have on BlockFi gets assigned for the month. Because looking at it, I have for those who might be wondering what I'm talking about, on BlockFi I have the BlockFi Visa card, so I get 1.5% back on all my purchases as Bitcoin. And I currently have $34.76 worth of Bitcoin coming to me next time it gets assigned. So I'd like Bitcoin to kind of run down a bit. get my Bitcoin assigned, and then have it run back up. Now that I got that, now that I had that little bit of extra cash in there, just to kind of little bit of there's already icing on the cake, but in addition to the icing, let's put powdered sugar and sprinkles on top of it too, to just make that cake even more delicious. Because I love cake. I love cake. I need cake. So let's look at how my AMC charting is looking. Let's pull back out on the 30. Yes, I'm not sure about this upward channel. The upward channel that I had built in before. We broke through. I did add the purple line. Going from the same starting point on the lower channel, I decided to stretch it out to where we currently are. Just to kind of get a view of... That actually looks really good right there. For a 30-minute, that's a good looking chart right there. That's like an exceptional level of charting. I'd like it to. Yeah, definitely. If you're holding Mara, that is definitely good for you, because that was the old thing. People talking about trying to pick the perfect cryptocurrency, and I started looking not only into cryptocurrencies and crypto miners, but the infrastructure that supports. You've got a lot of the you need graphics cards. You need the material in order to actually do the mining. Why not invest in those companies? There was talk that some of the new cryptos that were going to be coming out of China, rather than proof of work, where you have to unlock the coin. There was talk that some of the cryptos that were going to be coming out were based on storage capacity, and when you look at storage capacity, that's where you start looking at cloud storage companies, because unless you're planning on spending just an ungodly amount of money buying hard drives to set up rigs, why not just use cloud storage as far as working crypto? But I never dove too deep in them. I understood the concepts behind them and was looking at buying into the infrastructure that supports it, but I never could find a comfortable way to fit it into my portfolio, and pretty much left it at that point. Kind of popping around, seeing what's going on. See if there's any good news, or any bad news, because sometimes bad news will be good news, especially if you use the bad news, to make investment decisions that tend to make you a lot of money. Mara tapping 36 now. All right, well. Let's get Mara up on the 1 minute. Yeah, if it can run up and recapture the 36 from that candle. Like I said, I still think that pop of 36, I think that was a limit order, and somebody stepped in and decided to do that little spike on the price, because no other candles, if you look, wick to wick, top to bottom, there's no other candle even close to that. And just the sheer volume that stepped in that 1 minute, it certainly does not look sustainable throughout the day. But if it can run up and recapture, through regular price movement, and that'll justify that price. And if it runs up, hits 36, and starts trading sideways from there, it starts to consolidate and build upward pressure. Then if you're in Mara, that's definitely a good thing for you. That would be that good news that you want to see. Let's see. Limit order. Kind of deleting some of the stuff from Claybro's chat earlier. And Mara a little bit of a pullback. Yeah, no surprise during that candle they hit overbought. Never would have imagined that. Almost got up to RSI almost got up to 80 on that. A little bit of sideways, a little bit of upward momentum in the overbought zone. Dip down, taking a breather, and looking like it might catch some support. So yeah, looking at it, I would definitely look towards Mara to close out above 36 today. It's got an hour left. It had that the spike, but other than that, the spike took place during a nice run up here. It's taken a pullback, a little bit of a breather. As long as it does not repeat this pattern right here from right about noon, it certainly shelved a lot better. And Mara's starting to get upward pressure going again. So yeah, that's all kinds of goodness there. Let's see, any other interesting things going on? God, I love opening up my portfolio and just seeing how much I'm up on the day. That's always a good feeling. AMC up almost 7% on the day. My portfolio knocking on the door of 6.5% up. So AMC is definitely carrying things today. I've got a couple of key sectors that are down. So what is everyone else up to? I know we're not too far from Claybro's stream. Looks like he should open the chat up in about a half hour or so, and I guess that could be viewed as a little bit long time. It's funny. Time is not only is it relative, it's subjective. When you look at the the Planck time scale as compared to everything else. Because for those who don't know, the Planck time, Planck is the smallest unit of measurement possible, whether it be a Planck length or Planck time. And there are more Planck times in 1 second than there have been seconds since the Big Bang. So that's a little bit of a time comparison there. yeah, it's kind of. I kind of want to stay on Mara for a while. I don't have a position in Mara. I'm just, I was pop on this because wrestlers got an interest in it, and I like being, I like checking out stuff that other people are interested in. That's, why are we in, why is everyone in AMC? Why is everyone in GME? Why is everyone in Shib? Well, people started talking about it. People, some people got into it. Hey, Frodo, how's it going, man? People look and saw AMC and saw what was going on, and they started getting the word out on AMC, and next thing you know, there's a huge movement behind it. So yeah, wrestlers saying, man, look at Mara, look at Mara. It's like, yeah, I love looking at stocks, especially when people are making money off of it. But yeah, it's man, wrestler, I hope you have a good position in Mara, and I hope you are killing it. I really hope you are. So yeah, let's pull this over. We can zoom out just a bit. I want to kind of get it over to where I can see the start of the day. So what are you up to, Frodo? How's your day going, man? Certainly glad you popped into glad you popped in on the live stream. We were just kind of chilling out. It's been a good day in the market, all around. People making money, portfolios all kinds of green, getting back, getting up from all that downward trending we've been seeing lately. Wrestler Batman. Yeah, wrestler. One of these days, we're gonna find out his secret identity. Find out the man behind the mask. Just working and listening to some streams. Yeah, it's technically for me this is my working right now. I'm still on vacation till next Monday, so it gives me a chance to. If you're not too familiar with the channel, I would do the midday streams when I'd be on lunch from my 8 to 5 job. So I would pop in and effectively get about a 45 to 50 minute stream in, and just kind of do a quick touch on the day. But when I'm on vacation, I don't have to go to work. That means I can come in here, do a hot launch as soon as Claybro wraps his stream up, start my stream, and kind of run until Claybro starts. So this is kind of like a cool midday hangout spot until Clay fires his stream back up. And yeah, I'm just kind of checking out multiple things while waiting. Wrestler is killing it on Mara right now. Neo has been doing really good. I think like the past 2 days now. Of course, AMC's doing good. I haven't looked at GameStop yet. Let me pop over and look at GameStop. That's neglecting the meme stock. Yeah, so let's do a little bit further in analysis on GameStop. We are on the 1 minute. Those gaps are just weird on GameStop. There's no actual I mean, it straight up is a gap with the market opened. So let's see, we've got market open. This is the first 15-minute block right there. Higher volatility first 15 minutes. Next 15 minutes to close out the first half hour of the day. Kind of trading sideways. And for the most part, not too much movement on GameStop. Couple nice, couple decent candles, 6,000 volume, almost 8,000 volume, 23,000 volume, and it's nice to see that. So nice large candle with upward movement. A high volume candle, upward movement, matching, almost matching volume, a little bit of downward movement, bigger candle, upward movement. That's definitely good to see. That definitely looks healthy for GameStop. I don't really, I don't follow GameStop as much. I don't play options on GameStop. Don't do a whole lot of charting on GameStop. It's just, but as a quick look, well, what is this right here? That was pretty decent right there. A little bit of a downward push on 25 and a half, 24 and a half upward push, and over 17 and a half. Those are nice little momentum builders right there. I don't have a bunch of GameStop, but I like it, even though I'm down a bit on my position. Yeah. Well, unless you got in early on both GameStop and AMC, I did not get in too early on it. Wrestler bought GameStop at 616, sold at 320 and never went back. Yeah, that's killer. Collected $200 per share profit. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Especially if you took your gains and moved it into another position, and definitely shore up a position good with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, there's definitely one thing that I am not is an elitist when it comes to stocks. Uh, if you take out, if you're looking just at stocks and ETFs and you take out PROG and you take out AMC, I've got a portfolio of 30 positions. I've got 4 ETFs and 26 stocks that I watch as part of a regular portfolio. A majority of my position is in AMC, but the fact is, I don't want to use the term one trick pony, but I've got a whole bunch of other positions that I manage. It's just AMC. That is where all the excitement is. That is where the greatest potential for gain is. So yeah, I tend to pay more attention to AMC, and certainly, because of support in the community. Because of the community, I definitely am all about AMC. But it's certainly not my only position that I have. Oh, wrestler, I only had 5 shares. Yeah, but still, only 5 shares. Well, $200 per share. That was a $1,000 gain right there. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And you get people that talk about buy and hold every single share and never sell, and you're not a true diamond-handed ape of this. You're not a true ape if you do that. And in the long run, it's your money. It's your money. It's your decision what you're going to do with it, and you play the market how you see fit, and don't let anybody ever tell you you're playing the market wrong. Because that's exactly what the bigwigs on Wall Street do. They hate us apes because we're not following their plan. Because if you're shorting a stock, everyone's supposed to get out of it. Well, we're not playing your game. We're playing our own game. Hey, we got a for your information Russian bot. I have other positions than AMC, but AMC makes up about half your yeah, that's yeah, you can there's nothing wrong with having a full portfolio and having a majority of your position in AMC. And the thing is, after the MOAS, depending on how high we go, I of course will set aside enough to pay my yeah, I just like the stock. Yeah, I'll have enough money set aside to pay my capital gains tax on it. But what I may end up doing, depending upon when the MOAS happens, because you know, if the MOAS happens early next year, well, I won't have to worry about, paying capital gains tax until the following year. So the money that would go into capital gains, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to throw it into, just some really stable high dividend positions, and I'll mark down that, these are the positions that I'm going to take out of to pay my capital gains when tax season comes around. But yeah, I'm looking, pay off everything I owe, and then all that's going to happen is all the money from AMC is going to get put into my regular portfolio, and I'll just shore up every single position I have. After AMC MOAS, I will diversify a lot more. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. That's not financial advice, but dude, totally, you've gotta look towards diversification. I may miss a couple chats here. I'm gonna do something real fast. It is part of a little project that I am working on. Let me see. I don't want to do it to there. Where? I'm looking at something right now, trying to figure out this. Maybe this one? I will try this. And do I have a destination for this? Okay, I'm gonna try this real quick and see if this works. Okay, there we go. Now it asked. Okay, we wanted to go to here. Actually, where's desktop? To desktop. Save. Save. Oh, missed a little bit. AMC my biggest gainer, so yes, it makes up more than half of my portfolio. Haha. I don't get long-term capital gains on AMC till mid. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you on that, Frodo. I have to go pretty far out for where my capital gains goes. Oh, come on. Just open with that. You suck. Trying to get this to work. We got nope. Open with. Doesn't want to do it with that. Nope. This isn't going to work. Delete. Nope, we're missing one. And then you, and then you. Okay, there we go. No, what I was trying to do didn't work. It's something I'm gonna have to play with in off-stream hours to try and get set up right. And I've been buying a little bit here and there ever since. To probably no long-term capital gains for me, but I'm not worried about it. If the MOAS hits big time, I won't care. Yeah, that's I've been jokingly telling people I cannot wait till the day I've got to pay a couple $100,000 in capital gains taxes. I'm looking forward to hopefully paying $200,000 in capital gains taxes. That'll be perfect for me. I won't complain. Because if I'm paying that much in capital gains tax, that means that I'm whistling all the way to the bank. Wrestler's still talking about a $90 MOAS floor. No, it's not even going to blink as it blows by $90. It might take it might get a circuit breaker halt at $90, but that'll be about it. It's gonna rip right through there. It's gonna rip like no one's ever ripped before. Yeah, Frodo. I've got 1748.81 as my my MOAS target price. Seeing a little bit of a pullback in PROG here. It looks like, PROG just might be all tuckered out. Oh, we're on the 5 minute here. Let's get back on the 1 minute. Yeah, PROG's looking all tuckered out. Looking tired for the day. Market pullback everywhere. Yeah, a little bit of a pullback. We're seeing it on the SPY. Check the SPY, check the Qs, check the Russell. The usual suspects. Yep, same thing. Little fall off right there. Fall off on the Qs. Ran a little bit, starting to pull back just a bit. Let's check the Russell. We are getting towards the end of the stream here in the not too distant future. Russell's actually holding up a lot better. A lot better than the SPYs and the Q. Looking at just on the day. It all just depends on how many short shares there are out there and how well apes hold. Yeah, a lot of it, a huge part of it, and does come down to how well the apes hold. I think the last report I saw on the short shares was 87 million short shares. And I forget who posted those numbers, but those are just the last numbers that I saw. Yeah, so the Russell holding up pretty good. Doge, a little bit of recovery. Shib starting to move upward just a bit. Uniswap's looking real good right now. Bat ran up and now looks like it's going to be trading sideways just a bit. Litecoin say, yeah, all cryptos are moving about the same. Ethereum looking good. Bitcoin looking good. Link isn't on here. I don't know why Link isn't here. Link not as much of a gain there, but still looking pretty good. Still running up a little bit. So yeah, the cryptos are looking fairly decent on the day. Oh, looking around the camera, not candle, camera. So AMC testing that 2950 I was talking about earlier. So it really will be, really is a good test. And if you look and see, we're hitting that 2950 right as we're reaching the oversold range. So the question is, at this point, do potential shorters, if they have shares available, do they use this overbought momentum in order to drive the price further down, or do we catch a bounce and see the stock start to turn around? So I kind of want to zoom in here just to kind of keep a fine eye on the stock. $20 off promo on newegg.com. Yeah, everyone's getting excited because different companies are going to be accepting Shib, and my thing is I'm not going to be using my Shib to buy anything. So yeah, if they want to use it as excuse to drive the coin price up, I have no problem with that. I'm just going to keep holding my Shib as long as I can. So we are seeing a little bit of a breakthrough on the 2950. We have dropped down to 2940 on this little run right here. So what is up with all y'all? I know I'm looking forward to getting a little bit of lunch here shortly. Getting lunch, right as Clay Bros fixing to go live. That way. Oh, another bot. Will you bots please hit the subscribe button? Come in, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Make your botness a positive interaction. Yeah, you're gonna be grabbing lunch soon too. Yeah. Yeah, looking at it. Let me get over here. Playing multiple screens right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this live stream up. That way I can get a bite to eat and get ready for Clay Bro stream to kick off. I want to thank everyone who came by and spend a little bit of your day just hanging out. And I'm sure on Clay Bro's going into Power Hour, or since we're in Power Hour now, kind of see how this plays out. See if AMC wants to turn around and run back up, or if the downward pressure is continued into the overbought range or oversold range. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see everyone over on Clay Bros. Like, subscribe, share on social media. Share it out on Twitter, share it out on Facebook. Help the channel grow a bit, and I will see you next time.